Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. So next up for United is yet another Monday evening fixture, but this time it's at home as United welcome Bournemouth to Old Trafford in an 8 p.m. kickoff. And United will be hoping to build on the victory they had last Monday when they beat Wolves 4-1 down at Molineux. And to do this, we must overcome a very good team in Bournemouth. Having said that, it will be more difficult than Wolves, but Bournemouth haven't been great this season. Not like last year when they came to Old Trafford in December and beat us 3-0. They don't seem to be the same team as last year. And in fact, in the last 5 matches, they haven't won any, but they've drawn 2 and lost 3 in the Premier League. So it might be a good time to play them. Let's hope so. Because before the next round of weekend matches, following the victory against Wolves, United moved up to 6th in the Premier League. So another 3 points will enforce that position. OK, by the time we kick off on Monday evening, we might not be 6th because other teams will have played over the Saturday and Sunday period. But we need to keep the momentum going. Because, as I said many times, the African Cup of Nations will begin soon and we will lose those 3 players in Ahmad, Bryan Mbeumo and Mazraoui. Whether they play against Bournemouth or not is still up in the air. Yesterday in Amorim's press conference he confirmed that there was no confirmation yet and that they were still negotiating with the clubs involved with the international players. So fingers crossed we can get them to play against Bournemouth and then send them off in a private jet to their destinations Monday evening. In the press conference, Amorim did confirm that we would definitely be missing Delete again and Maguire. They're still not fit to return. But there was hope that Sesko would return. But however, he has come under an illness with maybe food poisoning. So it's debatable whether he's going to be ready or not. We hope so. So what's Amorim going to do? Is he going to go with Aidan Heaven, who had a good run out against Wolves, or is he going to switch and go to Lenny Yoro? So we'll see what he does at the back. And I believe that he's probably going to look at partnering with Shaw, either, as I said, Heaven or Yoro, and with Mazraoui if he's available. If not, then of course Martinez is always there to step in on the left-hand side. Move Shaw to the middle and put Aidan Heaven or Yoro on the right-hand side, or both of them together. Depends on the availability of Mazraoui. And I think United can focus on getting those 3 points with the home support. We need it badly. We desperately need it. So I think Bournemouth are there for the taking. I really do. I've said that many times this season and we've come unstuck. What do I see? I predict a 3-1 win for United, and I do see the 3 points coming to us. And if we can keep Ahmad and Bryan Mbeumo for the last match, that would be great. If not, I really don't know what he's going to do down that right-hand side. Without Mazraoui, without Ahmad, and without Bryan Mbeumo, he's going to have to bring in different players. Mason Mount played well, of course, in the last match, where he was man of the match, so he could be a shoo-in for one of those positions. Maybe bring in Xerxes again if Sesko is not fit. But I think if Sesko is fit, he'll probably be on the bench anyway. So it will be interesting to see what Ruben Amorim does with his team selection, with or without those 3 players. It will be a juggling act, but again, we're not that strong in reinforcements. Mainu came on in the last match and had a good run out, so there's another option. But this is the team that I predict he will start with. Bearing in mind, we will keep those 3 players. So in goal, Sané Lemans, to continue his good form. I believe that he will go for, in the middle of defence, Heaven, Shaw and Mazraoui. And then Ahmad as the right wing-back. And then, of course, Dalot as the left wing-back. In midfield, I think he'll stick with Casemiro and Captain Bruno. And then up front, Mason Mount, Kuna, and, of course, Brian and Bumo. That will change if those 3 players don't play. So if those 3 players do not play, I would go for, again, Le Mans in goal. But this time in defence, I would select Shaw, then alongside Lenny Yoro and Aidan Heaven, with Dalot on the left. And then on the right, I don't know. This is the problem area. Because without Ahmad, who is available to play on the right-hand side? So maybe Patrick Dorgu can switch with Dalot. Dalot goes to the right, Dorgu to the left. In midfield, stick with Casemiro and Bruno. But if we don't have Brian and Bumo, we're going to have Kuna, and I would go with Mason Mount and Xerxes. And let's see how we get on with those 3. As I mentioned before, if Sesko is available, then if he can get over this bout of food poisoning, stick him on the bench. But I still think we're capable of winning the match. The threat that Bournemouth have is that they can score goals and they are a difficult side to break down. As I said, they're not performing well this season. They're sitting currently 13th before the round of Premier League matches this weekend on 20 points. But they're still managing to put the ball in the net, even though they're conceding more. So it's going to be a very, very interesting match, and one that I hope we can collect 3 points and keep the momentum going into the Christmas break. What do you think? Please leave your predictions in the comments, and I look forward to reading those. As always, continue to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video.